Again, this is Venkat from venkatfin.com. This morning, I came across a very beautiful research by New York University Langone Health. And it basically says that there is a relationship between your exercise that you do, your physical activity. Let's take, for example, your running and your brain health. And I wanted to present it to you in a way that you will remember it forever. It's a kind of, you can say, a motivation for you to run and jog on a day-to-day basis, basically involving any kind of physical activity. So running improves your brain health from New York University Langone Health. A very humble request. This channel is dedicated to spread the awareness about health insurance in India. So you can call me at 9384716268 or message me any time of the day to learn the benefits of health insurance for your family. Let's get back to the story. So I have a very deep gratitude and respect for the science community because my sister is a research scientist in the US. And so let's start with the gratitude to the New York University Grossman School of Medicine, Department of Neuroscience and Physiology. And I will come back to these names. I want to read out each and every one of these names by the end of the video. So let's go back to the story now. It says that exercise increases levels of chemical involved in brain cell growth, which bolsters the release of the feel-good hormone dopamine. So what is this dopamine responsible for? Dopamine is responsible for movement, motivation, and learning. It's the very movement of your body. Dopamine is responsible. And, you are motivated to do online course or, go and learn something, or you want to do something creative or learn new skill, involved in something productive. For everything, dopamine plays a key role. And they say that regular running raises dopamine activity in the brain and may protect nerve cells from damage. We think that we are fine, it's all fine, it's all going to be good. But basically, when you are not having that, when you don't know the importance of physical activity or running or jogging or whatever it is, it certainly is going to, as you get old, it's, your nerve cells are going to get damaged. And when you do that, when you involve in physical activity, they say that it's going to protect it. This is something technical, too scientific for me. So I will just read it out for you. Past research has tied exercise-driven boosts in the dopamine triggering chemical called brain-derived neurotrophic factor and in dopamine levels to improvements in learning and memory. Basically, they say that the dopamine actually is triggered by the chemical called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, and basically that improves our learning and memory power. So basically, you become more smarter and intelligent when you're actually doing your physical activity, when you really walk or you're jogging and running. And Bastioli is the one who led the study, I believe. So they say our findings suggest that BDNF plays a key role in long-lasting changes that occur in the brain as a result of running. Hope you love this photograph, but run like that every day. Not only do these results help in explain why exercises makes you move, think, and feel better, they also show that these benefits continue even if you do not work out every day. I know all of you are very busy, lazy, whatever way you wanted to explain, you can take it. But remember one thing, at least once in a week, once every 4 or 5 days, if you involve yourself in a kind of a physical activity, kind of running, jogging in the evening or in the morning or whenever you find time, they say that even that benefits your body, that is going to benefit your brain cells. So that is what they say. So that these benefits continue even if you do not work out every day. So workout is not something for a busy professional. They may not find time for it. But even then, at least find time for a couple of hours every week. That is going to benefit you. That's said by Dr. Bastioli. And this is from Dr. Rice. Our research helps us understand why exercise elevates the symptoms of Parkinson's disease as well as those of neuropsychiatric disorders such as depression. Please don't be depressed. You can meditate. You can keep yourself, your mind relaxed. Try to focus on something positive, something good. It could be relationship, your career, or your studies. Try to come out of that depression. And moreover, they say running and this kind of physical activity or exercise. So this will actually, help you get out of depression. So that is one of their findings. So this is I specifically speak about research grants and who actually done that, because I know how much my sister struggles, attends conferences, writes papers to get a grant for her research. So let's speak about that. This research was, the funding was provided by National Institute of Drug Abuse grant. Further funding support was provided by Merlin and Palo Fresco Institute of Parkinson's and Movement Disorders. So that is it, guys. I will come back to, as I promised you, I wanted to read out the names of everyone who were involved in this research. So thanks to Dr. Bestioli, Margaret E. Rice, PhD, Moses V. Chow, Adam Marr, um, uh, and in addition to Dr. Bestioli and Dr. Rice, other NYU study investigators involved in the study were Moses V. Chow, Jennifer Arnold, Miriam Mancini, Adam Marr, Begona Gamalolana, Khalil Sadipur. So that's a big thanks to all the research scientists, and the good luck to every one of them in the Department of Neuroscience and Physiology and Department of Neurology in New York University Grossman School of Medicine. Let me come back to my story. um, I will tell you a story from my side. 3 days before my father passed away, my father always asked me to run. 3 days before my father passed away, I was basically sick on that day, that week, and I went to the terrace and was running. And when I was running, my father, he used to write, the divine names of gods in a notebook for the past 20 years. Every day he spends half an hour writing divine names of gods. And he came to the terrace after a few minutes while I was running, and he asked, and by the time he came to the terrace, I stopped running. So he asked me, did you run? I told him, yes, yes, Dad, I ran. And he said, yes, I heard it. The father said, 3 days before my father passed away, I was thinking that he's writing something in a notebook for the past 20 years. But he came to the terrace and asked me, did you run? I said, yes, I was running. And he said, yes, I heard you running, because he was able to hear my footsteps, while I was running. And I never thought that after the next 3 days, my father is going to, pass away. He's not going to be with us. Why I'm telling this story to you is because your parents take this as a running motivation, physical activity motivation story for you. Your parents always want you to be in good health, to involve in physical activity. Let's say you are staying in another city or another town or another nation, doing some studies or doing some work. Your dad, your mom calls you and asks you, how are you? They're not asking you how much money you're making. They're not asking how successful you are. Maybe that is also part of their concern, but they're asking how healthy you are. That is their first concern. So remember, keeping your health fit is very important for your parents, for your mom and dad. And they're always going to think of you even if they pass away. Because 3 days before my father passed away, he asked me, are you running? I said, yes, did you run? And I said, I was running, Dad. And even now, after a year after my father passed away, whenever I run on the terrace, I used to look at the sky, and I sometimes communicate to my father that I know you are watching me, that I'm running. Because you sat down writing in a note and you said you are hearing my footsteps, and now you're going to look up from me, from up there. And of course, I have a way of combining my emotional story, because that is the only way you can spread good messages. These scientists, these research scholars, they try to, help us get involved in some kind of physical activity, running, jogging. So this way, we should be encouraged to do that on a day-to-day basis. At least a weekly running or jogging habit will keep your mind fresh, and you will lead a good, beautiful life. And this is my father's shirt when I'm speaking, and I'm very happy that I made this video today. This is Venkat for venkatfin.com. And remember, if you are an Indian or NRI, call me at 9384716268 if you need consulting for health insurance. And thanks everyone in New York University, Long Island. Thank you. This is Venkat for venkatfin.com.